This is BBI Channel 1. You're welcome back again on this platform where we tell you the unadulterated gospel truth. Just recently, the governor of Anambra State, Professor Charles Soludo, Mbafo, had a conversation on Channels Television, and an issue, very sensitive issue, arose. And many have misconstrued the response of Chalewa Mbafo on that very program. I want you to listen to that portion of this very discussion, and I'll be right back to address it head on. Kanlacha Chalewa Mbafo on here. Watch.
So one of my question, and perhaps this comes from the questions on the minds of a lot of people, who the real identities of the perpetrators of these attacks in the Southeast, not only in your state, they're popularly tagged the unknown gunmen. And some people have argued that they are known, actually. In fact, some people say some of them are locals. Have you been able to unveil, have you been able to identify, are these criminals, are they agitators? Who are these guys? What do they want?
They are plain criminals. Full stop. Nothing else. Of course, there are some people who now hide under this, a bunch of these criminals hide under the cloak of agitation and so on. But IPOB has repeatedly distanced itself from the criminals. These criminals in the camps and so on and so forth, they are kidnappers and just mere plain criminals. It's lucrative criminality and idolatry. These are the two things that they've come with. Anambra is, well, without a doubt, the richest state in the Southeast. So this is the place where kidnapping has the highest value. So you have the highest concentration here. If you have an Okada rider who goes into the bush, learns how to shoot, and becomes part of a criminal gang, they kidnap someone and they make millions. Of course, it's not easy to convince him to want to go back tomorrow to his Okada, or vulcanized, or driving a keke and all that kind of thing. But we are decimating them. Well, we approached it with a carrot and stick. So I say they are not unknown gunmen. They are unknown to the extent that maybe they are not caught immediately at the act. But I can tell you, we've been catching quite a lot of them. And they know that something is happening, that Anambra is not safe for them. Never again. So,
these people that you have caught, are they locals? Are they people who are coming into the state, or they are locals? They're from Anambra State, those who have turned criminal, Anambrarians who have turned criminals?
Let me be clear about it. 100% of all the people that we have caught are Igbos. 100%. There's no one, the hoax about somebody invading from somewhere and so on. It's all hoax. It's 100% Igbos on Igbos. That's the first point. Second is that there's quite a chunk of them. Of course, Anambra is, like I said, receives disproportionate share of influx of people from other Southeast states and other parts of Nigeria in the Southeast. And so at the initial stage when we started, in fact, the first set of people we caught were 100% Igbos from other Southeast states and none from Anambra. But as we went on, we then discovered that a whole lot of the youths who have been taken to these bushes got indoctrinated and got initiated into all kinds of things, happen also to be citizens of Anambra State or indigenous of Anambra State. And we're dealing with all of this. For us, there's no distinction, whether it's from Anambra or it's not from Anambra. Anybody in a camp, anybody in the bush with a gun, we treat as a criminal. There's no other objective. You can't be in any bush or in any camp in Anambra with a gun. How do you eat? How do you feed? How do you feed 1 month, 2 months, 6 months in the camp or in the bush? You must be involved in criminality. And that's what they have been doing. Every camp that we have been able to dismiss, and the people arrested and the people gotten together with the native doctors who prepared their charms and so on and so forth. I mean, there is no place for them here in Anambra State. And that message, we're very, very firm and determined about it. No space in Anambra will accommodate the criminals. They are known. They are not unknown criminals. They come from homes. They have parents. They have relations. They have people from their villages, and so on and so forth. But thank goodness, like I commended the people of Anambra, people are now coming forward with information as to about their identities. So that's how we have been picking them.
Good. You've seen that. You've heard that. Now let me begin with the issue of unknown gunmen. I have said it categorically here, right from day one, since their first activity started springing up its ugly head in Igbo land. I told my people, these guys are being sponsored by politicians and just criminal elements carrying about criminal activity. It had nothing to do with Biafra. That they will be hiding, or they are hiding under Biafra this, Biafra that, to commit their criminality and to, make a mess of the Biafran brand and what Biafra stands for. Many people called me all manner of names. Many people say you are a saboteur, that these men, they are fighting for your cause. Now you're seeing the truth is coming out. The truth of the matter is, they are just criminals, just as Charlie Wambafo stated it. The unknown gunmen I'm talking about. And when he said that 100% of them are Igbos, I can categorically agree with him on that. But on one occasion, he committed a slight blunder. I will call it a slight blunder. He can be forgiven for that. I mean, Charlie Wambafo, maybe for not understanding these lines properly, or perhaps doesn't want to, entangle himself with the explanation in detail. But I am here to draw the line very clear, so that everyone will see. I can't do it. Charlie Wambafo, just stay aside. Let me respond. I'm not speaking on your behalf. I'm speaking on behalf of all Biafrans and what Biafra represents. The unknown gunmen, like I said, are criminals. But that doesn't remove the fact that our land is being invaded. Because I heard Charlie Wambafo say, this whole people coming from elsewhere invading our homeland is a hoax. It is not a hoax. It is true. I know some people will say, oh, you are raising some kind of, panic and all the rest of them. No, it is true that all Nigeria is being invaded, including the federal government admitted it, that foreigners have invaded Nigeria, masquerading as marauders of cows. That is not my position. It is the position of the federal government. And we saw the carnage that follows. Their activities in Anambra State is not an exception to what is happening elsewhere. And that was why I and my team, alongside Alibo Development Foundation, led by Professor Uzodin Mawala, when they sent a drafted copy for the Southeast to ban open grazing and set up regional security to enforce it, the Southeastern governors failed in their duty because they are playing Abuja politics, playing politics with the lives of their own people. Thank God, finally, it got to them, to their neck like this. It held them that they now gave a lip service, coming up to say, we are banning open grazing. Anambra State have actually, yes, banned open grazing. Through, I was there, I've made the video several times. When they were doing the public hearing, I was there. I told them my own, this thing, it is very clear, my stand is very clear. And recently, Charlie Wambafo, you had a meeting with the what they call the Meitial and the rest of them. If you look at their body language, they're not even interested in ending open grazing because they have the Oga Pata Pata at Abuja. What can you do? You are not in control of the army or the police. It is Abuja that is in control. That is why I am saying to Soludo that he must quickly as possible, if truly he wants to enforce ban on open grazing, because that is the door, the gateway through which these invaders are coming in to take over our land, ransack it, destroy farmlands. There is a clear distinction between the activities of unknown government, which is politically sponsored in so many ways, and the activities of ESN. Because it is the failure of the governors of the Southeast that gave birth to ESN. That is the truth. They failed to do the needful at the right time, to form ban open grazing and form a regional security outfit. We are saying it, and the Yorubas copied it and started implementing it. They are no more taken. But if you come to Southeast, it is in a mess. That was why non-state actors took over that responsibility, tried to bridge that gap. The non-state actors now form what we have today as ESN. And I can tell you, I can categorically tell you that the people are supporting it because they believe those people are, fighting for them to stop the invading Marudas. That is the truth. But this whole thing, this whole arrangement of non-state actors bringing in ESN, the Biafra agitators, the IPOB, some criminalities have started springing out of it because you cannot control it. They are not, you cannot say this is where and who is a member of this ESN. They are documented, they are operating, and the rest of them. You are not in control of that. Who is even in control of that? But the problem. But now these guys have armed themselves. Some of them are in the bushes. Now you have a mix-up of a whole lot of nonsense, and you see people coming out to say, they are once members of ESN, now they have migrated and become unknown gunmen. This is because of lack of responsibility, failure of government to do the right thing at the right time. This government of the Southeast. Now, this is just all about sentiment. This is all just about the past. Now, I am focused on the solution. What is the solution? What is the way forward for the Southeasterners? Because the activities of this unknown government on one hand, and the kidnappers, because these Marudas, the activities is just kidnap people, collect ransom, decimate, kill, maim. This is exactly what they do. And I can tell you, both the unknown gunmen and the invading Marudas are on the same page, exhibiting and discharging the same duty. Criminality. So don't remove the truth of the matter that some of these invaders or some of these criminals are invaders. Let me put it that way. That is the truth. It's not a hoax. So while dealing with one, also deal with the other. That is the truth. Now, coming to the solution, you've done very wonderfully well by establishing a reconciliation committee. But what had happened all this while? What has happened? How many of the agitators have been brought in, speak with them, or even bring in people that can speak with them, interact with them? Let's come on the round table and discuss what is the problem. On one hand, so that they will tell you, okay, this is how we can help to fight these criminalities, because you said it clearly that IPOB had distinct themselves from the activities of the unknown gunmen on those criminals. So they will be able to help, because you've given an only branch for these agitators to come forward. Criminals will not come forward. Call for an open meeting of Biafran people to come and meet you. I can tell you, only genuine Biafran will come. The criminals will go in hiding because they have their criminal element tracking and following them. Just do that. People like me will be there. You will see me live and direct. And I will be telling you this to your face. If we want to solve this problem, we go down to the root and solve the problem. and not playing hanky-panky or giving a kind of political statement about something that matters so much like this. Telling one Bafo, you are doing wonderfully well, but you need a touch of people who can tell you the truth the way it is, and not, oh yes, our governor has spoken. No, you need an objective reasoning around you if you must succeed, because I know you have good intention from the Anambra State and that of Igbo land. The hope of Igbo land is resting on your shoulders, because for now, you happen to be the only political Igbo leader the Igbo people are looking up to. In Igbo land, I mean, in Igbo land. So please, do the needful. Activate this your committee. Let them bring in the Biafrans so that they can come in and discuss it and find a way to help. And lastly, which is the most important thing, Chalewan Bafo, I must tell you this. You need to equip more the AVG, Anambra Vigilante Group. You need to fortify them. They are all in different communities in Anambra State. Ndi Igbo should support them. Find a way. It is not everything I'm going to say here. So I'm just trying to give you the periphery. But if you sincerely want an objective solution to this, you know the numbers to call. And Chinedu Asozo, a diehard Biafran from the core, speaking for our elders that have gone before us, Dr. Dozie Ikedife, Brigadier General Joe Achuzie, Justice Ezozobo, and the rest of them. I speak on their behalf. What they would tell you if they are here around with us today. That is all I can say for now. Let me just reserve it. I think I've said so much. We will still revisit this issue on the course of our program on a live interactive section. Those of you who want to be part of that program, because we can't just elaborate on this. This is a very serious issue that we cannot just take here, and your opinion is also needed. So we'll be taking it on Matters Arising subsequently as we proceed. If you have not subscribed on this channel, please subscribe so that you'll be getting notification whenever we are up, whether we upload or we are live. So click on that subscription button and also on the bell. And we also have our second channel, which you can't afford to miss, so that you don't get cut off. Because this channel, because of the truth coming out from this channel, the forces of darkness that have held Nigerian people under hostage are trying everything possible to destroy this platform. I'm no longer talking about my life. I have, as you're looking at me, I've given my life up for my people, for the sake of my people. I'm not interested in what they can do to me. My interest is to speak the truth, and that same truth that will set my people free. So subscribe, like, share, be part of this platform. Subscribe also on our alternative channel. Should anything happen again on this channel, you have our second channel, BVI Channel 1 Plus. BVI Channel 1 Plus. Please subscribe on that as well. We are also uploading on that platform. Please stay connected and stay safe at all times. Bye-bye for now.